Hi there, my name's Grant Walters. I'm a Pleasure-Way factory rep, and we're here today to talk about our new REKON adventure van. We're going to answer some of the most frequently asked questions, who it was designed and intended for, and some of the unique capabilities that the REKON adventure van will have when compared to our normal Class B offering. So from the start, the intended, if there is an ideal buyer, would be the solo or couple that is looking for non-traditional travel and adventure, getting off the highway, off the grid, into backcountry spaces, for any variety of activities, but backcountry camping, beachside camping if you're into surfing or stand-up paddleboarding, hiking, backcountry skiing. So this vehicle and the way we've designed it provides those enhanced, expanded opportunities. It'll allow you to travel to places off the pavement. And we've designed it with some unique features to enable that. We've come to the back of the REKON with the rear doors open to talk about some of the unique features that we've designed into this model that are going to allow that non-traditional adventure travel. It has more rigorous demands than pavement travel, if you could say. So some of the things that we've done to enable this travel would include an expanded, nearly double our typical fresh water tank. And I'm pointing here because this whole raised floor area is a 40-gallon fresh water tank. Fillable here, but you've got 40 gallons of fresh water. Oftentimes, when remote camping, fresh water is one of the things that you first run out of. So this is going to go a long way to extending those backcountry or off-grid stays. So we've got a large freshwater tank. We've got increased capacity on our lithium-ion auxiliary battery pack. Traditionally, we keep 200 amp hours of lithium-ion. We've doubled it on the REKON. And here you'll see there's actually 400 amp hours of lithium-ion battery capacity. So this is going to extend your ability to camp. They're combined with a 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter, which converts the 12 volt to 120 for those appliances that need it. So we have the expanded 40-gallon freshwater tank. We've got a 400 amp hour lithium-ion auxiliary battery capacity. These two features are going to allow you to extend your stay in your backcountry or off-grid location. To get to your off-grid location, we're going to talk about some of the unique overlanding and 4x4 features that the Pleasure-Way REKON has. The first feature I'd like to show you that enables this off-road capabilities is we've equipped the REKON with an aggressive treaded Toyo all-terrain tire. We've incorporated black Rhino aluminum rims. And then one of the most considered features is the clear undercarriage. Pleasure-Way on our REKON, we don't mount any plumbing lines, tanks, or equipment on the underside of the chassis. This is the full clearance you'd get from Mercedes on their 4x4. So a real advantage for clearance. There's room under there if you're so inclined to mount skid plates for another level of protection. You won't have to worry about building around a freshwater tank or a gray tank or a propane tank. Big advantage. We also incorporate a very sturdy rock guard, which will provide some protection if and when you're in real rough terrain. When designing an off-road capable vehicle, there are considerations we have to account for that we don't normally. For instance, we've incorporated the Truma top-load fridge freezer. This is going to allow your goods to stay in place. They won't rattle through a door that swings open. It's a top loader, so you can load your goods into your fridge easily, and they're going to stay where you want them. This Truma cooler is built tough. It's about as rugged as a fridge freezer unit that you're going to find. One additional consideration when building a adventure van for off-road use is build quality. These units are going to be on rough roads. They're going to bounce and jostle. So our cabinetry is built with solid wood construction. We screw and glue components into place. They stay where they're meant to be, and consequently, you get a quiet, rattle-free ride when you're traveling on highway or rough roads. Getting back to who the REKON was ideally designed for, it's people who enjoy outdoor adventure. Outdoor adventure almost always entails some gear. So we have designed the garage in our Pleasure-Way REKON with 124 cubic foot capacity, a myriad of L-track hanging locations to mount gear. We've got some soft-sided flexible storage options in the top. We've got tracks along the floor where you can mount bicycles, so that it's a very flexible space for any and all the gear you want to carry along. To add to that flexibility of storage, imagine you've got your 124 feet of garage space, but gear that you're taking can extend through all the way up to the seats. Kayaks, stand-up paddle boards, longer, more cumbersome gear can flow right through. The other benefit we feel of the large indoor space is it eliminates the need for a hard to get at, top-heavy roof rack storage solution. We have gone to the more secure storing your gear on the inside of the van. Further to the flexibility of storage in the REKON, I'm going to show you the available storage that you maintain even when your bed is in the setup position. So I'm just going to set up the dual-sided Murphy bed. Very simple operation. There we have our bed set up, and as you can see, you've still got 52 cubic feet of space below the bed. We started this with describing who the Pleasure-Way REKON was designed for. It's designed for the adventurous traveler. Adventurous travelers don't want to be limited by the season. Hence, we built this as our first all-season Class B motorhome. We've got features incorporated that allow the coach to be used in all seasons. We have 3M Thinsulate insulation. We have a heated freshwater tank. It has a duct run around the perimeter to keep it from freezing in the coldest conditions. None of our plumbing is located on the underside of the chassis. We have a cassette toilet, which again keeps the toilet facilities on the inside portion of the heated portion of the coach. We've got a Truma VarioHeat LP furnace that's ducted to various areas in the coach. All these features allow the Pleasure-Way REKON to be used in any season of the year. Another question we often get is why we have propane on board. We use propane because it provides an efficient and readily available fuel source. And on the REKON, the propane is going to fuel your water heater, your furnace, and it also provides an exterior connection for a grill or a fire ring. The efficiency of propane is such that when combined with our water heater and furnace, you can literally be out for weeks without running out of fuel for those appliances. We have mounted the very convenient, easily removable 20-pound tank. This is a standard barbecue tank in this welded and sealed aluminum enclosure. The purpose of this is to keep the propane away from the undercarriage, because we want to keep that free road clearance, ground clearance. So we've got it up here, safe, easy to exchange. Once this tank is empty, just unscrew the bolt and swap the tanks. Very well constructed, very sturdy enclosure. Nice molded door. And the other option this provides is if you don't anticipate using your furnace, your water heater, or the grill connection, you can simply remove the tank and travel without it. Now we're going to explain our unique gray water collection solution. Again, in an effort to keep the underside of the chassis free and clear of tanks, we've gone to this portable solution. So we supply 2 5-gallon tanks, the connection apparatus. So when you're camping and using either your shower or your sink and you have gray water flowing out, it is simply connected and collected into the tank. This tank fills, you can put in the second tank. There's a nice secure storage on the inside of the coach to pack these out with you until you can get to a safe disposal location. In addition to our portable gray water solution, the REKON is equipped with a Thetford cassette style toilet. So again, when it's time to empty your tanks, this black water cassette comes out quite easily. Pop the handle up and you would simply dump your gray and black water at the same time. We're back on the inside of the REKON and we're going to address the question of where do you cook in the REKON. We've got several options and we're going to start with deploying the driver's side Murphy bed. This, when folded down, provides a very large and secure, sturdy workspace. So if you need to change the reel on your fishing rod or do some repairs to climbing gear, what have you, you've got this space to work with. It will also serve as prep space when you're getting a meal together. We have a portable induction cooktop, and we store that in the large drawer below the fridge. So this can be set up in a number of places, but here we'll set it up. There is a plug-in here for the induction. Plug it in. You can do your cooking, your prep here. We have our sink right there. Nice convenient cover. Alternatively, you can step down into this space where you have more headroom. We're going to swing our Lagoon table out to provide another place to prep and put things. And we're going to move our induction cooktop over onto the sink. Here we can prep, use the cooktop, get foodstuffs out of the fridge. This has the added benefit if your bed was still in the bed arrangement, you can just set the cooktop up on the sink here. The third option we're going to show is outside cooking. If the weather's good, you'll be cooking outside. So we have a receptacle, the quick disconnect where you can plug in your grill, and we've got a receptacle to plug in your induction cooktop placed on a picnic table outside. Another question we often get on the REKON is, do we offer a roof rack? The short answer is we do not. We have a fairly busy roof line with equipment mounted, including the air conditioner, the solar panels, the vent fan cover. That, in addition to the fact that we build all our vans, including the REKON, within some pretty strict safety guidelines by RVIA and, in this case, Mercedes-Benz. There is a required center of gravity limitation by Mercedes-Benz, and we're very careful to build in a manner not to exceed that. If your center of gravity is up too high, the van loses its rated stability. If you put a roof rack on top and load it up with gear, obviously that's going to raise the center of gravity, and it will depend on how many pounds of goods you put up there as to how much it changes. We've opted for a large ground level storage solution. So instead of climbing up on top of a van to store and batten down your goods, it's a simple matter of loading them from ground level. We now offer a rooftop air conditioner on the REKON, and people often ask, can I run that air conditioner off my lithium-ion auxiliary batteries? The Pleasure-Way design is such that the rooftop air conditioner can only be run if and when you're plugged into shore power, or alternatively, if you're backcountry camping, away from services, you certainly have the option to carry on board a small portable Honda generator and use that as the shore power source to run your air conditioner. The 400 amp hour batteries that we do supply provide ample power source for all your electrical loads. It's just that the draw and demand from an air conditioner is such that in real life operation, you're only probably going to get a couple hours of runtime if you were to have them connected to our battery bank. And then what? Then you need to recharge the batteries. So we have opted to power the AC from shore power, or as I said, the option of bringing a portable generator. This concludes our Q&A on the Pleasure-Way REKON. I hope it's answered some of your questions on our design of the Pleasure-Way REKON. If you have additional questions, you can reach us on our 1-800 number, by email, or please visit us on our new Pleasure-Way GoLive platform. This is a digital virtual showroom where I can answer questions one-on-one, real time. Information to access Pleasure-Way GoLive can be found on our website at pleasureway.com.